Herkese merhaba, ben Deniz Gamer TV'den Deniz. Juarez'te 3. bölümdeyiz. İlerleyeceğiz, savaşmaya devam edeceğiz. Ağzını burnlarını kıracağız, topuklarını sıkacağız. Hadi hızlı başlayalım. Hemen sıkalım. Sıkmak için sabırsızlanıyorum. Burada bir şey var mı? Hacı. Oğlum sen en küçük yere bile çıkamıyorsun lan. Nasıl bir adamsın? Çıkamadı. Neyse, maden girişini bulacağız dostum, dur. Şurada bir şey mi var? Ses yapmayayım, fazla ses yapmak yok. O kirvelerime bak. Dur, ben sizin icabınıza bakacağım. Şu ibnenin icabına bakayım. Ben şimdi şuradan şunu uçursam, sonra buna sıksam olur.
As my late father pointed out to me more than once, God made men, but Samuel Colt made them equal.
Güzel. Şimdi çekerim emaneti. Gerisi işte vururum. Yani vururum. Hepsini öldürdük mü acaba? Hop. Kanı gitmedi hayret. Hop. İyi. Ben geldim. Kimse yok mu lan? Kan var ama ceset yok. Neyse. Ah, oha oğlum, oha. Aa, tünel. Vay. Tabii ki. Ha? 2 gözüm, bu silah 10 numara ya. Tüfek. Yok, no, bizimki daha iyi. Ben daha seridir. Diğeri o kadar seri değil. Sanki burada bir kirben beni korkutacakmış gibime geliyor. Gene. Oyunda başladığım yere mi geldim lan?
I knew that dynamite wasn't
Ver.
mine, so I
Dinamit var.
decided the polite thing would be to return it.
Burada bir dinamit atacağım. Hop. Güzel.
It was the biggest gold rush since Sutter's Mill in
Dinamit
48.
havadayken
Unfortunately,
vurabilirsin.
prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches.
Seni mi kıracağım? Hop. Kime şekil yapıyorsun oğlum? Sen kime şekil yapıyorsun lan? Yeni seviye açıldı. Hızlı mermi doldurma, daha hızlı tabanca doldurma tabii ki. Kim şekil yap? Ağzından burnunu tüküreyim, ağzınıza tüküreyim. Kim şekil yapıyorsunuz oğlum? Çift silah geçiyor mu lan? Alın lan.
There were thieves and killers, robbing travelers and hijacking gold ships.
Anladım. Hiç fark etmedim. Hop, oha oğlum. Oha lan. Şuş şuş şuş. Şu kafasına vuramadım, gitti.
Like those that ran with Plummer. Some were just regular folks I knew from town, drawn by greed and easy pickings. Charlie Crow, the blacksmith. James, who worked in the
Bu
stable.
iyiydi. Bu iyiydi hacı. Abi bir tane daha özellik var, açabiliyorum. Bu nedir? Sen nesin, geç. Sen nesin? Ha, bunu daha doldurmamış. Ha,
Sam
ölmüştüm
and
ya.
Jeremiah Barber, the butcher's sons. Ordinary citizens who lived a double life. Stealing and thieving and murdering their
Gelin lan.
neighbors.
Hop, yakaladım. Çat. Çat. Çat. Aha. Neredesin? Girme. Hop.
Of course, the
Şaka
rest
mısın
were
oğlum?
veterans of the Civil War. Stone cold killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh and Antietam. Dangerous, desperate individuals. Plummer had a lot of men on his payroll. A hell of a lot. That son of a bitch pretended to protect the public with one hand while stealing them blind with the other. He set up a defensive perimeter which I had no idea how to breach. I was outnumbered and in way over my head, but I was too damn stubborn and stupid to realize it. They must have thought I was touched, or had some kind of death wish, seeing as there were barrels of gunpowder everywhere. One stray bullet, one stray spark, and I'd be blown to hell and gone. Did I have any second thoughts about what I was doing? No. I thought I was some kind of hero.
Herkes temizledik mi lan?
I finally made it past and headed on to meet my destiny. But first, I had something I needed to figure out. I had a few ideas on how to get into that mine, but once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back. So my first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal. I saw an entrance. Made sense. It was the quickest way in, but that also made it more dangerous, as there would undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way.
Ananı. Dinamit mi lan o? Dinamit geldi daha yine. Atmayın oğlum lan. Hop. Senin amcanı. Al lan. Hacıra kusura bakma. Diğerini atmıştım ben. Nasıl oğlum? Ne şekil yapıyorsun lan? Şekilsiz. Kirve nasıl dönmüş?
Once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around.
Silahı kafana sokabiliyorum bak. Çat çat. Biz hiç böyle içmeye gitmiyoruz lan. Paso kapışıyoruz lan.
And that confusing maze of corridors wouldn't even be the worst of it.
Hiç altyazı okumadım. Sanki bir yerden gitmem gerektiğini söyledi, görmedim. Şekil mi yapıyorsunuz oğlum? Şekil mi
Some of those
yapıyorsunuz?
shafts could be as deep as hell.
Kirve yanlışlıkla vurdum ya. Ne şekil yapıyorsun
A
lan?
single stumble or misstep can easily end in
Başka var
a
mı?
deadly plunge to oblivion.
Ananı. Nereden sıkıyorsun oğlum? Nereden sıkıyor lan bu? Bak gördüm. Şimdi sen ağzına tükürdüm dostum. Hop. Çık. Ya. Şimdi benim bir kaba bengay yapmam lazım. Az kalsın ölüyordum ama. Şu kirvemin yanına çıkacağım. Sanki bir şey var burada. Yani çıkabildiğime göre. Kimse yok değil mi lan? Kimse yok oğlum. Şşt. Ses verin. Korkuyorum lan.
Quick reflexes often make up for a lack of common sense. Luckily, I was never one to be easily bushwhacked.
O
I
neydi
would
lan?
just need to be careful not to blow myself to kingdom come.
Sizin yapacağınız.
With all that gunpowder and dynamite everywhere, a body has to know what he's shooting at.
Oğlum nasıl dinamit kaynıyor lan. Kirve. Bunu nasıl çıkartacağım? Tamam.
One wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted tomb.
Ağzına tüküreyim. Geri zekalısın.
I freely admit that my plan of attack was not just moronic, but clearly
Moron.
insane.
Gerçekten moron. Şekil yaptım hepsine.
It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it. Instead, I spotted a ladder
Geriye
way
sardık.
into the mine from the opposite side. It was a long way around, but that approach seemed more sensible at the time. Of course, being I had a problem with heights, that scaffolding scared the bejesus out of me. Climbing down that ladder required some caution, because even though I had a younger man's reflexes, no man can dodge a damn bullet while climbing down a
Karşıya mı
rickety
atlayacağım
ladder.
oğlum?
I needed to make a leap of faith, which ain't easy when you're suspended between heaven and hell.
Şaka. Atlayamam ki. Atlayamam ki. Oğlum atlayamam lan. Allah Allah. Denemek lazım.
I was determined not to give up, however.
Şaka mı lan? Ha, yukarı çıkmamı istiyor şimdi. Asasını atlayacaktım. Şimdi atlamamı istiyor. Yine mi lan? Bu sefer atlayamadım. Bak.
As Sheriff Plummer seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find old Bob. And I had made it my mission to settle that score come hell or high water.
Ölmek için mi karşıma çıkıyorsunuz oğlum? Bir dakika. Şuradan güneş geliyor. Nereden geliyor güneş?
But first, I would have to make a choice. Take the elevator or climb the ladder.
Bir daha mı çıkacağım lan?
I wanted to use the element of surprise. Plus, I figured I could use the exercise. I was warmed up already, so what the hell?
Oo, kirvelerime bak. Hop. Bunu atamıyorum ben lan. Atamıyormuş.
Plummer was a mad dog killer,
Hayvan sizi.
and the people of Nevada City deserve better.
Nevada City? Well, I thought Plummer met his maker in Bannock, Montana.
Right, well, he was the sheriff of both places one time or another, but that's neither here nor there. The point was, taking him down would save a lot of lives, including my own.
Az kalsın gidiyorduk vallahi. Aa, aşağıda bunlardan varsa da aşağı ineceğiz. Onu böyle bir sanki köşeye sıkıştırmışlar gibi hissettim. Vuramadım.
Henry Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I could see right away that this was going to take
Vuramadım.
some doing.
You can shoot, but can you aim? I'm going all medieval on your ass. I need some help here. Come on, boys, take this cocksucker out.
Oha. Oğlum durun lan. Aha. Oha oğlum. Nerede şimdi bu kepçük ağzı ha? Oha. Oha. Yok abi ya, mal gibi içeri soktu bizi, araya sokmuş. Kaçabileceğim yer neresi var? Buldum. Evet. Kaldır kafayı kaldır. Kaldır kafayı kaldır mı? Oha. Sen 72 silahları paket. Oha ya. Çıkar kafayı çıkar hadi. Az bir şeyler dayan hadi. Ananı. Biraz dayan biraz. Abi.
Just kill him!
Ya oha.
Oh, blood money for you today!
Oha. Oha ya. Abi böyle bir şey olabilir mi ya? Gerçekten böyle bir şey olabilir mi ya?
You can shoot, but can you aim? I can shoot too, but I need a dustpan to pick you up.
Ya abi sıkamıyorum. Adam bana dedi ki sıkamıyor adam. Adam sıkamıyor yani ya.
No blood money for you today. Catch this, you son of a bitch.
Ya siktirin. Arkadaş sıkamıyor adam sıkamıyor adam yani zorlanıyor. Al.
You ain't taking me.
Oha.
Shoot, but can you aim?
Oha.
A lot of good men. I can shoot too. Guess you've had enough. On your ass.
Abi oha ya.
I'm putting you down.
Oğlum bir durun lan.
So that's how
man.
Henry Plummer died. Him and his crew were worth their weight in gold. And now, I was officially a bounty hunter.
Devam.
So, did you finally go after that Bob feller?
Well, I heard word he was in Kansas with John Wesley Hardin. So that's where I went.
Where in Kansas?
Abilene. Why do you ask, Ben?
No reason.
Was Hardin as fast as Ringo?
Ringo was fast, but John Wesley was as fast as the devil himself. Hell, He killed his first man at 15. From that day forward, he had a price on his head and wouldn't back down for nobody, not even Wild Bill Hickok himself. I dodged death many a time, and that night in Abilene was no different. I was there
Başladığımız
with
gibi
the
ne
intention of
çatışması
finding
lan?
that bastard Bob and collecting the bounty on John Wesley.
Oo, çok seri değiştirdi. Sağ sol mu yapıyor lan bunlar? Lan.
I thought the Texas Rangers got Harden.
Yeah, that's what they want you to believe. It was cold and a witch's tit and a brass bra that night as I fought my way past his loyal compadres. To the
Böyle bir
very
şey
same
arıyordum
saloon
diyecektim
we're
ki.
sitting in today. Look around and imagine this place painted in blood. Harden was waiting for me, and wait, I'm jumping the gun here. Let me back up and give you some background on this sumbitch. He deserves that much. Don't you think so, Ben? John Wesley Harden was a killer. By the end, he confessed to taking the lives of 42 men. He was a bona fide folk hero by then, and had amassed a gang of armed miscreants and other assorted thugs. He and his men set up camp outside of town, and I was
Sıkamamam
hoping
kötü
Bob
olmuş.
was among them.
God damn it! Shoot that son of a bitch!
They didn't ask why I was there. They knew, as most of them were wanted as well. I figured Harden was here somewhere, but to get to him, I'd have to get past his gun hands. And that was easier said than done, as most of them were as foolish and full of bravado as I was. I had to spill a lot of blood to find out Harden wasn't in that camp. He was carousing in town with his closest friends. Harden's boys apparently didn't want me to reach the Bull's Head. Some were hightailing it into town to inform their jefe of my unwelcome presence.
Oha. Yani
That's right! Run! Man, get shot! One sorry son of a bitch! Tell Harden someone's coming for him!
ses var, görüntü yok. Neredesin?
Some bitch.
Oğlum dakika başı küfür ediyorsunuz bak her lafınızda bir
Boys
küfür.
know we got another law dog.
Çekeceğim lan bak. Ortaya vuracağım çıkartıp başınıza vuracağım bak. Ay ağzına tükürdüm seni.
I wondered if Bob was among them. And I steeled myself for the fight ahead. For as good as I was, deep down I wondered if John Wesley wasn't just a little bit better. Before I could test my mettle against Hardin, however,
Vay havai fişek
I
ya.
would first need to dispatch his cadre of hired killers. Most of these degenerates were beyond redemption, but John Wesley might have been a different story. I didn't learn until later that that night was in fact his birthday celebration.
Shoot him! Shoot him!
Gördüm. Ben sanki buraya gelmiş miydim? Sanki geldim buraya. Yoksa yok gelmedim. Hop oğlum. Ne şekil yapıyorsun lan?
I think I already mentioned that I found Hardin in this very saloon.
You can't hide from me.
Oha.
Suffice it to say, nobody there was happy to see me.
Oha lan. Abi. Anlıyorum.
In fact, I felt a certain hostility. I was disappointed that neither Bob nor John Wesley were among the dead. But that was short-lived, as a moment later I was facing down the fastest gun in the West. I felt a bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear.
Vallahi
He was
adam
well
içeride
known
silahı
for his
atmıyor.
tricks, and I
Kendinden
knew
çok
I'd need
emin.
my own if I was ever to defeat
Beni
him.
indirecekmiş gibime geliyor. Lan. Adam kendinden
No,
çok
wait.
emindi
You
lan.
didn't hit me then. I'm sure of it.
Şimdi kim ile bunu kaç defa deneyeceğim, hadi. Odaklan. Hadi, hadi, hadi. Kurşunlardan sıyırmak için AD tuşlarını kullan, devam etmek için space.
That man was faster than greased lightning. But being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
So he didn't die?
No, I sent him to prison. Years later, after he was free, some restless avenger took his life. Shot him in the back in a saloon just like this one. Anybody up for another beer? Ben? Thank you, darling. Yeah, some say revenge is a dish best served cold.
So whatever happened to that Bob guy you were after?
Personally, I'd like to hear some of your other adventures. Like, I don't know, did you ever go toe-to-toe with a red man?
Yes, I did, Ben. I remember once I was after this renegade Apache, Grey Wolf. Strangely enough, revenge was also his primary motivation. A bounty was put on Grey Wolf's head, and that's how I came to hunt him in the mountains. Mountains so high they tickled the nether regions of heaven. Grey Wolf was a Chiricahua Apache medicine man who had led a war party in revenge for a massacre against his people. The U.S. Army had attacked his tribe during his daughter's sacred sunrise ceremony, and the slaughter was unspeakable. I understood his anger, as there's nothing more traumatic than seeing those you love die in a cruel and painful death.
Şu manzarada bitireceğim. Güzel. Şurada şelale var. Ağaçlar. Yani grafikler güzel. Evet. Daldım. Bu bölümün de sonuna geldik. Videolarımı beğenmeyi, abone değilseniz abone olmayı unutmayın. Bu oyundan sonra, yani bu oyunu bitirmeye çalışacağım hemen. Bu oyundan sonra hangi oyunu oynayacağım bilmiyorum. Bakacağım yani. Aklınızda varsa yorum kısmına atabilirsiniz. Herkes kendine iyi baksın. Hoşça kalın.